Have we been recording this whole time?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the footage of you slurping your noodles up at the beginning.
I thought I ate pretty politely.
That's gonna be the Patreon exclusive Eshan slurping his noodles. Just for Jules.
Right. Hello everyone. Welcome back to LTF1. I'm back again. Akshar's here. And today we're going to be critiquing Will Buxton's 2025 grid predictions. Let's get straight into it. Let's go.
So, let's not get straight into it. You forgot to tell the people to subscribe and share this video to help us fund other builds. And we also now have a Patreon account. So if you want to support us there, we've got many different tiers for you to choose from. Benefits ranging from live streams, Q&As, exclusive free merch that just kind of goes to Patreon patrons. They made it difficult, didn't they? Just to plug their website, they had to make it difficult. Our first patron, Jules, gets his shout out in this video. For as long as he's the only one, we'll mention him by name instead of writing his name at the end of the video. So thank you, Jules, for jumping on the Good Samaritan tier. Now we can start the video. First team, Will Buxton reckons in 2025, Red Bull will have a Verstappen Norris lineup. What do you think?
I think they won't.
They won't.
They won't. And here's why. Prepare for a verbal essay.
Okay. Strap in.
McLaren, their whole brand, their whole sort of being the cool team, being, you know, the social media team, you know, the team that, you know, all the young people like, is all wholly 100% for the last 2 years based around Lando Norris. Not only has Lando Norris been social media man, he's also been good on the track, especially this year. He's getting better and better. Did he finish on the points in the last race? No, he didn't, did he?
It was the first. He got taken out, didn't he?
Yeah, it was Bottas's fault, as he said on Sky Sports, and Bottas was standing right there. And yeah, basically the whole thing is based around Lando Norris. I know Danny Ricciardo's there, and he's also the sort of, you know, on brand with what McLaren like at the minute. You know, a solid driver that's also good at social media and also good at making young people like the team. But yeah, and I know he's not been doing as well, and I don't think he'll be at McLaren in 2025 to get that out there first. But yeah, I think Lando Norris and McLaren have too much of a good relationship, a sort of three-way relationship with the fans, the team, and him, to let go at any point. I don't think in 4 years' time he'll be at Red Bull at all. What do you think?
I think McLaren might want to keep him. I don't know if they'll succeed in keeping him. Right now, it looks good because McLaren's come from the dark days of Alonso to being able to challenge for podiums every so often. If they can continue that into 22, great. If they're contending for titles in 22, then I see no reason for Norris to leave. But if McLaren shit the bed again, like they did last time with the regulation change, then why would you stay?
Yeah, I did mean to put a sort of I did mean to also include as long as they have a good car.
Yeah, which is for any driver of any team, as long as they have a good car.
Yeah. But as I said before, I think the whole brand image with it is another thing that'll keep him there.
So moving on, in a weird order, we're going to Ferrari now. And I'm not sure why F1 put this order up on the website, but that's how I'm scrolling. Ferrari unchanged, McLaren Sainz. You on board with that?
No, won't happen.
Won't happen. Who's leaving?
Won't happen. Sainz is leaving.
To go?
Somewhere. To another team, maybe another motorsport, who knows. But he won't be there in 2025. He's not being there for 4 years. I'm sorry, it just won't happen.
Why? Schumacher,
yes.
But you know Sainz is putting in performances right now. They can't.
Yeah, right now, that's the thing.
How? Yeah, but if he continues with this, how can they, like, it's Ferrari.
It is Ferrari. They won't, you know,
It's Ferrari.
They have their golden boy, Leclerc,
yeah.
and it's like Red Bull. It's going to be Leclerc and someone. And I don't think it'll be Sainz personally, in my opinion.
Do you think Schumacher's so hard because he's in the Haas? But say he's in the Haas next year, 22, and the Haas is just as bad as it is right now. Do you think that they should move him to the Alfa Romeo to actually truly gauge where he's at? Because you can't gauge anything in this Haas. I mean, it would make sense to if they want him to make that eventual step up, but I don't know. Obviously you can't really speak too clearly on anything to do with Haas this season because they've been, awful all year. But I don't know. Maybe he needs a sort of step up to prove himself a bit because he can't really prove much right now in that Haas seat. So I'm now thinking that this was put in order of what Will Buxton thinks the championship's going to look like. So Red Bull, Ferrari, and then we come to Mercedes with the Russell-Ricciardo pairing.
Russell, yes. Ricciardo, no.
So to preface this, he's written, Mercedes, having missed out on the World Championship in 2021, the team swings back in 2022. Lewis Hamilton, now partnered by George Russell for next year, takes his 8th world crown and announces he's retiring. I can see that happening. He moves into a sporting director role at the team, emulating his great friend Niki Lauda and intending to one day take over the reins from Toto Wolff. So then Mercedes have a bad 23 and replace Perez with Ricciardo. So they go Hamilton, Perez, Ricciardo.
This seems like a lot of ifs to get to this conclusion.
It's a 2025 prediction, Eshan.
I know it's a 25 prediction.
Built on ifs.
He's given Mercedes a whole new life story. Why don't we? He's written a book there, and I'm not getting anything from it. Why? Why does he say why he thinks Ricciardo will be there? Is there any basis for Ricciardo being there? What's his reasons behind it?
There is basis.
Is there a basis for why Checo Perez was there before him? Why?
There is.
Why would Checo Perez go from Red Bull to Mercedes? Why would it happen?
Because, but I don't know, Eshan.
Does anything this man say make sense?
We needed Will Buxton on here to fill.
We do, but he'd probably give us a life story as well for the next 5 years. You'll be replaced by Jeremy Clarkson, and then after Jeremy Clarkson leaves, you'll be replaced from the bloke that took over at Top Gear.
Matt LeBlanc. Are you telling me you don't know Matt LeBlanc's name?
Oh, the other one. The radio one has loads of white Ferraris.
Oh, Chris Harris, I think his name, isn't it?
No, is it him? I don't know.
There's two Chris Harrises, right?
I think so.
Anyway,
I can't remember.
Do you have an agenda against Will Buxton?
I find him a bit annoying, but aside from that, no.
I used to love Paddock Pass. I used to being the...
Yeah, used to. You grow out of it.
Yeah, it's Ted's book now. But anyways, Mercedes.
Yes.
George and Danny, not happening. It's going to be...
It'll be George Russell and someone else. You know what?
At least he's making predictions, Eshan. You're just...
All right, let's be really bold here. Let's be really bold. Nick De Vries, 26 currently, I believe. Just won Formula E. Say he gets a seat. This is another if I'm given, because Will Buxton's allowed to make up life stories, so am I. Say next year he's given a seat.
Next year he's given a seat?
Or the year after.
I was going to say next year's Russell.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I forgot. I lost track of the years.
No.
Anyway. Say the year. No, not at Mercedes next year. Say
just anywhere on the grid.
Yeah,
okay.
And then he has a solid season. Lewis Hamilton retires. Why couldn't he do a good job?
Would you take two young guns? I know he wouldn't be young by that point.
George Russell would have had a seat. Would have been in F1 for 4 years by next year? Is it?
Yeah, and George Russell's a safe pair of hands. At least it seems that way.
After he's had a year at Mercedes, he's going to be solid in that car. He's going to know it well.
You would hope so, anyways.
Yeah. So even if Mercedes drop back in the standings by one place or two for the long run, that's a good that could potentially, and I'll probably look like an idiot if you come back to this in 2025, as I tend to, but there's no reason why that couldn't be a good few years for Mercedes.
All right, we've got another story for you. McLaren, O'Ward and Gasly. O'Ward, having won the 2022 IndyCar Championship, is brought over to fill in the gap left by Norris's departure for Red Bull. And with Ricciardo jumping ship for Mercedes for 2024, McLaren poach Pierre Gasly. The lineup reaping immediate success and taking McLaren to the cusp of a title and second in the championship, their highest finish since 2011. They're confident for fighting for the championship again in 2025.
What do you think? You go first this time.
I would like to see O'Ward make the move. I would like to see that direct IndyCar F1 comparison. And Gasly, I don't know if Gasly can do it outside of AlphaTauri. And I don't know if any team's willing to take that gamble.
I was going to say something, but I didn't want to get in trouble for it.
What?
I was going to say, will it be after Helmut Marko's got a restraining order on Gasly after he rejects him for the 17th time for the Red Bull seat?
Gasly really wants the Red Bull seat, and I don't know why.
Yeah, they treated him badly last time. I mean, he might have not been great, but... Well, it wasn't badly, but it was harsh. It was harsh,
He's
but fair,
He's got Stockholm.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, O'Ward, would you like to see him? I'd like to see him.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting. Wow. I think F1's about being interesting, about being quick and interesting.
Generate some headlines.
Both be quick and interesting.
Right, here we go, quick and interesting. Aston Martin, Nick de Vries and Liam Lawson.
Nick de Vries, 2025 Aston Martin.
Well, you've put him in the Mercedes, so you don't agree with this one.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Lawson?
Why not? Where's he predicting Aston Martin for this year, Bob?
A competitive space. They dropped to 9th in 2022, but steady progress in 23 and 24. So top of the midfield.
And is he predicting that both of them are at Aston Martin 23 and 24? Does he say?
No, Sebastian retires at the end of 23, so these guys get their 24 probably.
And in 24 they finish 9th?
In 24 they finish 5th, in 22 they finish 9th.
So what's he predicted for them for 2024?
2024? No, for 2025 they're just going to be competitive.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
And this is both of their first season?
First season's at the team. He said that they'd be somewhere else in F1 before that.
If it's both of their first seasons at the team, they're not coming 5th. If it's 2 new drivers.
No, so...
Are you reading this correctly?
So Nick de Vries has been there for 1 year.
Okay.
And Lawson comes in. So it's a 1 year's experience and a rookie.
Yeah, they wouldn't be finishing 5th, although.
They might.
Unless the car's amazing, and
They
and
might.
if they've just come from a 9th to 9th then 5th.
I'd much rather know how Lawson's escaped the Red Bull program and somehow got into what is basically a Mercedes junior team.
It's the Helmut Marko dungeon.
You don't escape the Helmut Marko dungeon.
No, it's locked full of young, hopeful F1 drivers that never make it.
There's a rule 34 for that. I guarantee it.
Right.
Now that we've said it, it's alright, we're not monetized, so we can't get demonetized. We don't have any problems. Anyways, we'll move on from that. Alpine.
Yes.
They're not doing very well if they're this far down the list, but Ocon and Porsche.
How much would the merchandise be? Imagine the inflation after it gets to F1.
French and a French team.
Yeah, it's a sticker pack for like 400 quid.
Yeah.
And Ocon, why not?
Will
he last another 4 years in F1? I think he's good now. He's in good form. He's doing well. He's comfortable. But I don't think he'll be there for another 4 years.
I don't see why not. He's young. Or my argument for Kimi.
True, yeah. But Kimi is also a former world champion. Ocon, unless Will Buxton's predicted it.
Perez.
He's just a good driver. But Ocon, here's the thing.
Ocon and Perez were right up each other's asses when they were together.
I know they were right up. I know that, but Perez is the stronger driver out of the two, and that's why he stayed in F1.
You know what? No.
What? So you're saying if you put them both hypothetically?
I'm saying they were both in the same team, and Ocon outshone Perez. If a rookie can come in, match pace, and sometimes beat the experienced driver, he's better. Perez couldn't take it, crashed into him about 3 times, and then stayed on in the team because of his Mexican money and his links. Get out of there. There was no way. There was no way Ocon deserved to lose his seat.
You may or may not have heard me whisper sponsorship after I said he's a stronger driver.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that.
No, exactly.
I didn't hear that.
I don't feel listened to on this YouTube channel sometimes. Either way, Ocon, I personally don't think he'll be in F1 for another 4 years. I think he's a good driver, but I don't think he can last that long, personally, in my opinion.
Let's see. AlphaTauri, I have no problem admitting I know neither of these names. Dennis Hager and Arvid Lindblad. The look on your face tells me you don't know them either.
No, I don't. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm sure they're very nice guys. I'm sure they're very good drivers, but I don't know them.
He looks very smiley. Apparently, he's won in F3. He's won a race in F3.
Well, you know what? Good luck to him.
Yeah, I hope we come to know who Dennis Hager is.
And the other one.
His name I've forgotten already.
Yes.
Yeah, so at Williams, he's got Williams down the back of the grid. Apparently they're not making any progress. He's got Jamie Chadwick and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, the Mercedes junior who had that big crash in the karting final. So it's a first female driver on the grid, partnered by a Mercedes youngster, the young lad coming through. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't. Unless he's predicted it being both of their first years, I don't think Williams are going to have. I just choked. I don't think Williams are going to have an awful car for much longer, to be honest.
So he's predicting it as in 2023, Chadwick's going to enter the sport with Williams.
Fair enough. Again, another one could be interesting. You know,
I'd like to see it. But wasn't it the female driver that was testing for Alfa Romeo, I think?
Yeah, the name won't come to the top of my head. I saw her on Twitter yesterday, but the name's gone. It won't come back to me.
I'm not a female.
Really?
Really. Nor am I an F1 driver. That one might surprise you. She is female, and she has driven an F1 car, and she went on the record saying that it's no place for women. Now, I can't argue with her because I know no better. And we're not going to get into this because we don't want to start beef. Chadwick, if you can do a decent job, do a decent job. I'd love to see it. Why not? Can you imagine? Can you imagine the team radios? Like from Kimi. Get this.
Oh god. Yeah, I think. Yeah, if she's in the sport when Kimi Raikkonen's in the sport, it's going to be like trying to get your granddad to stop saying inappropriate things. not inappropriate in a harassment way, but inappropriate.
Just inappropriate. Just
like things that they could say 40 years ago that you can't say anymore.
Who gave this?
Oi, enough of that language, you. We're a family-friendly channel.
We are a family-friendly channel.
Yeah, until you start that, and then your other inappropriate comments.
Like we said at the beginning, our Patreon is below. If you want your kids to grow up watching this, then donate to us. Swiftly moving on, Alfa Romeo, Mick Schumacher and Arthur Leclerc. Now you think Schumacher's going to be at Ferrari?
Yeah, I think, and you know what? I'm just going to say it boldly. I think whether he does well or not at Alfa Romeo, if that's the next step for him, I think Alfa Romeo comes before Ferrari, and I don't know if Will Buxton, when he does like his prediction for the grid later on in the 2020s, if he'll put him at Ferrari. But I think it'll be in the next 2 years, maybe less. No, maybe 2 to 3 years that he'll end up at Ferrari. He'll go to a better team.
I disagree with you.
I'm not finished yet,
Oh, okay. Well, I disagree with you anyway. Whatever you're about to say.
I'm still going. My rant's probably not really going anywhere, but yeah, I think in the next sort of by 2023 he will be at Alfa Romeo, and by 25 he'll be at Ferrari, and I think he'll be at Ferrari just for the name. As bad as that sounds, and as harsh as that sounds, I think Ferrari want him there. And he's another sort of golden boy alongside Charles Leclerc.
I don't think if he's at Ferrari, he'll be there just for the name, because he's proven.
Not just for the name. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. But I think there will be a reason, along with, if he's doing solidly at Alfa Romeo,
So you think that even if Sainz is putting in killer performances, if Schumacher's also putting in good performances, then because he's a Schumacher, they'll just boot Sainz?
I think out of the two, yeah, they'll choose him.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to disagree with you on that.
Yeah. I
don't think anyone can disagree with you. And Arthur Leclerc, if he's got half the talent his brother has, then yeah, he'll make his way through.
Yeah. And with his brother crashing into everyone out of the way, he's got a clear run.
The last team on the grid.
I'm joking.
The last team on the grid, according to Will Buxton, is Haas. I don't know either of the drivers, but it doesn't matter because Haas aren't going to be on the grid for 2025.
No.
Yeah, they hear first. If they are, then it's not going to be Haas. Name change incoming.
Yeah, there'll be a big brand thing.
Because if they're still at the back of the grid in 2025, Gene's walking away, surely.
Yeah.
Penske, maybe? No? You know who Penske is, right?
Thinking.
Penske owns Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely not getting cut out.
I don't know where you're on about. I don't know who that is.
For those of you that do know, I think Penske racing in F1, yeah, it could happen. Bring them to F1, F1 back to Indy. That would be great. Maybe get...
Interrupting you here, but there's rumours of that for this year.
What? F1 at Indy?
Mm-hmm.
That would be amazing.
I saw it on Twitter today.
That would be amazing. What Freddie Sorry.
Family friendly.
I'll beep it.
Yeah.
We've got to the end of the grid, end of the video. Nobody's these videos, so it doesn't matter anymore. You can say whatever the
He's lost the plot. He's lost it.
I just really enjoy using the bars and tone, the beeps. It's so satisfying. Like I said, nobody watches this far anyways. If you have watched this far,
Patreon's okay, we're not going to decide Patreon yet.
If you have watched this far, then comment.
I hope you bleep all of this.
I hope I remember to bleep all of this.
I hope you do.
You know what I was thinking about when I said blankety blank. Do you remember that?
I do remember that, yeah.
Anyway,
if you watch this far, or two of you that do, thank you. And Jules, thank you again. You're a legend. Link to our Patreons down below. Our Twitter's LTF1 official. Our Instagram's LTF1 official. Not that any of you are going to follow it, but thanks for watching anyway. Goodbye. See you next time.
We do self-deprecating humor really well on the show, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
That's our whole bit.
That's been our whole brand since.
Our whole brand is we'll take the piss out of ourselves. We've been recording for an hour.
Bloody hell. How long's the video? Because we were probably talking for like 20 minutes before.
Don't know. It seemed to be an enjoyable one, though.
Yeah. For all 35 views that we get.
Yeah.